The struggles only INFJ personality will understand. INFJs often feel like aliens in a world that speaks a different emotional language. INFJs often feel like no one fully understands them. As natural empaths and intuitives, they pick up on feelings and emotions that others might miss. However, their depth of understanding often isn't reciprocated. People might dismiss their insights or misunderstand their intentions, leaving INFJs feeling isolated in a world that doesn't get them. 2. The world as it is can never quite live up to the world as an INFJ believes it should be. INFJs are dreamers and visionaries, driven by a sense of purpose and a desire to make the world a better place. However, their idealism can clash with the harsh realities of life. They may become disillusioned when people or situations fail to meet their high expectations. This internal conflict between their idealistic vision and the imperfect world around them can be mentally and emotionally exhausting. 3. Being an emotional sponge makes an INFJ a wonderful friend, but it often leaves them feeling drained. INFJs absorb the emotions of those around them. Whether it's a close friend or a complete stranger, an INFJ can't help but pick up on emotional cues and feel the weight of others' feelings. While this makes them compassionate and supportive, it can also be overwhelming. They might find themselves emotionally drained, especially in environments filled with negativity or emotional turmoil. 4. For an INFJ, learning to say no feels like an act of self-preservation, not selfishness. Because INFJs are so empathetic, they often struggle to set and maintain healthy boundaries. They are natural caregivers, and this can lead to them prioritizing others' needs over their own. They may have difficulty saying no or feel guilty when they take time for themselves. Over time, this self-sacrifice can lead to burnout and emotional exhaustion. 5. An INFJ's worst critic is often the one in their own mind. INFJs often hold themselves to incredibly high standards. They want to excel in everything they do, and they often struggle to accept anything less than perfection. This desire for excellence can lead to procrastination, as they fear starting something they won't be able to do perfectly. It also makes them hard on themselves when they don't meet their own lofty expectations. 6. INFJs crave solitude like oxygen, but they often feel guilty for needing to step away. As introverts, INFJs need regular time alone to recharge. However, their strong sense of responsibility towards others can make them feel guilty for needing solitude. They might feel torn between their need for peace and their desire to be there for the people they care about. This internal tug-of-war can lead to feelings of guilt and confusion. 7. INFJs live in their minds, which is both their greatest strength and their greatest challenge. INFJs have incredibly active minds. They tend to analyze situations from every angle and think deeply about even the smallest decisions. While this depth of thought can be an asset, it can also lead to overthinking. They may replay conversations or situations in their minds, wondering if they did or said the right thing. This constant rumination can make it hard for them to relax and be present in the moment. 8. INFJs wear their hearts on their sleeves and often feel the weight of the world's problems on their shoulders. INFJs often take on the emotional burden of others, feeling responsible for their happiness and well-being. They may go out of their way to help others, even at the expense of their own needs. This can lead to feelings of exhaustion and resentment if they don't receive the same level of care in return. 9. For an INFJ, rejection feels like a confirmation of their deepest fears, that they're too much or not enough. Because INFJs value deep, meaningful connections, they are highly sensitive to rejection. Whether it's in relationships or friendships, the fear of being misunderstood or rejected can hold them back from opening up. They might guard their feelings closely and take their time before letting someone into their inner world, fearing that vulnerability will lead to pain. 10. INFJs long for deep, meaningful connections in a world that often favors the shallow and the temporary. INFJs crave authenticity in their relationships. They can sense when people are being insincere or superficial, which can make it difficult for them to connect with others on a deeper level. They value honesty, vulnerability, and meaningful conversations, and they may feel frustrated or disheartened in environments that prioritize small talk and surface-level interactions. 11. INFJs avoid conflict not because they are weak, but because they feel every argument deeply. INFJs are peacemakers by nature, and they often go out of their way to avoid conflict. However, this can sometimes mean they suppress their own needs or opinions in order to keep the peace. Over time, this can lead to resentment and frustration, as they struggle to find a balance between maintaining harmony and advocating for themselves. 12. An INFJ can be surrounded by people yet feel utterly alone if they don't share a deep connection. Even when surrounded by people, INFJs can often feel lonely. They may struggle to find others who truly understand them, or they may feel disconnected in environments where deeper connections are lacking. This sense of loneliness can be particularly challenging because INFJs long for relationships that are both intimate and meaningful. Being an INFJ comes with unique struggles, but those same challenges are tied to their greatest strengths. While they may feel misunderstood or overwhelmed, their empathy, intuition, and idealism also give them the ability to make the world a better place. If you're an INFJ, remember that your struggles are a part of what makes you special. Embrace them, and continue to use your gifts to inspire and uplift others. If you're an INFJ or you know one, share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below.